there, it's Mary Elizabeth Parker here with my art fair video. Finally, a month after art fair has happened, and I'm finally getting an introduction made for some of the filming, the taping, whatever you want to call it, for the recording I did during art fair. I basically just kind of took the camera around with me so you could kind of get an idea of how busy and crazy it is. It really does take over the town I work in. And this year it ran from Thursday through Sunday. Long days, but it is fun. I find fun in it. I like to get my nephews Christmas presents during it, which those I'm not going to show because in case they watch, I don't want it to be ruined for them. Just my younger two nephews. My older two nephews, it's harder for me to shop for. But this year I got to eat some yummy food because it's one of the few times I do get to get carnival food. It was the first year I actually bought an art fair t-shirt, which I'm wearing right now. The design actually reminded me of an illustration that was done by by Salvador Dali for the novel by Cervantes, for Don Quixote. Instead it's a Native American, but when I first walked by it, that's what I thought it was. I thought, oh my gosh, is this actually this illustration? If you haven't seen the illustrations done by Dali for Don Quixote, I suggest seeking it out. I was lucky enough to see a first thus edition of the book with the illustrations. For those who don't know somehow, I work at a bookstore and we sell used and rare books. So I get to see some really cool books there. I did get a few rings for myself. I will do a close-up video of some of the things I bought. I mostly bought jewelry for myself, but inexpensive jewelry. I got a necklace and a bracelet as well. I'm trying to think if there was anything. I think that's it for purchases I made for myself other than food. Like I said, I'm big on the food. I also like finding the giveaways because a lot of times you'll get free samples during the art fair. But I hope you enjoy the video coming up. It is long. I understand if you don't stay around for it, but please do if you're enjoying it. I did not walk the full fair this year. So this is really just part of the fair that you're seeing. I will also get a recording of the map of the fair because I do have that. Just so you can get an idea, it takes over the city. It's really 3 art fairs combined into one. So most of the streets get blocked off for it. It's a busy time of year. And it can be stressful, but usually it's worth it. I had a little extra stress just because I had some other stuff going on that was unrelated and I'm not going to share in my videos at this time. But I hope that you are all having a great day. Please be kind to each other, and I hope you enjoy the following videos. Thank you. Have a great day. So this is the t-shirt, a little bit of a different look. This is a bracelet I found that I thought was really cool. And then at the same booth I got this medallion, which reminds me of the group I used to sing with called the Arbor Consort. Reminds me of their logo, and I bought the loop to go with it. I got these 2 rings, which I thought were really pretty. I'm trying to get, again, they're just inexpensive, but lately I've been in the mood to wear jewelry again, and so as a result, I thought it'd be good to get some affordable stuff. And then this one I thought was kind of fun. I got this one with the idea, it's one of those rings where you can get anything you want put on it. And so I got Mary Parker because of the name of my channel. Sorry for the glare on that. And that is the stuff that I picked up at the art fair. They have a lot of merchandise there from artists, which I wish I could afford, but unfortunately I do not make the thousands of dollars that I would need to actually afford their artwork. This is one of the maps of the cumulative art fairs going on. The different colors have different representations. I will zoom in on what they mean. Sorry about the glare again, but that I think you can figure out that's food and water. They do set up water hydrating stations, so to speak, throughout the town. As you can see, these are actually all streets that are blocked off wherever the color blocks are. That is all blocked off from car traffic. You can only walk them because it's filled with booths, which you will see in the video coming up. Now I'm going to open this up because they also have maps of the individual sections of the art fair. Like I said, it's multiple art fairs all together. We have the Summer Art Fair, the State Street Art Fair, which is where my business that I work at is, and we do a tent as well as having our storefront during that time. I luckily get to stay inside most of the time, not because of the heat, but because of the sun. I don't like to be out there. And then there is the Street Art Fair, the original one. This is actually considered one of the largest art fairs, apparently, in the country. And then this is the South University Art Fair. So like I said, there's actually a section of art fair, and those are all blocked off. And parking is always super expensive, so as much as possible, everybody who has to work downtown takes the bus. Now they also do a guide to the art fair, which is kind of a nice thing. This is the official guide. Yes, I've had it since the July 20th through 23rd, which is when it actually occurred. I know I'm recording this a month later, but obviously the footage of the actual art fair that you'll see coming up is from the days of the art fair. So inside, it's mostly just kind of advertising and whatnot to let you know what's around. So a lot of advertising for local businesses, giving you an idea of what the art fair is, who all the sponsors are. Here's a schedule of the events for all the performances at the main stage. So they do have more than just the regular art. They also have a little profile on one of the people. Another performance schedule on this page. More performances. So it's not just the visual arts, there's also performing arts going on, which is pretty fun, and those are basically free. The reason I say basically is because when you see somebody performing, it's nice to give a tip if you've stopped to enjoy their stuff. And if I get to do a Ren Fair video, I will share more of that with you, because it really does help the artist out. They put a lot of time and effort in without getting paid for it. It's not like a regular job. Here's some featured artists. So there's a lot of beautiful artwork at the art fair. There is a little thing about the art fair. And then more. Now the t-shirt I showed you that I bought, oh, here is the Artists by Media. So this is just a listing of who all the artists are at the art fair. First page of it, that is. By what kind of art they do, whether it be ceramics or drawing or fiber, digital art, etc. So there's more. There is the werewolf violinist. I believe he was on some TV show. I forget what it was now. But he is a staple in Ann Arbor year-round, actually. Or at least during the summers. I don't remember how much I see him in the winter. More Artists by Media. There's about the Ann Arbor Street Art Fair. And again, those are blocked off roads. All blocked off. Not a fun time to try to drive in that area. More Artists by Media. So you can get, I think you're starting to get a good idea of just how large these art fairs are. And they're color-coded to tell you which of the art fairs they're a part of. More advertising, of course, because that's how things like this get made. More Artists by Media. And this one is about the South University Art Fair in this section. And it's showing you about parking right in here. Yes, parking was $15 for the full day and $7 if you came in after 5 p.m. That's why I say most people who have to come downtown will try to take the bus. There's a lot of park and ride options. So even though the buses are on a detour during it, more artists by media. Okay, unfortunately they adhered the map funny in this one. So more artists by media, and going into another copy of the map of the entire art fair. Like I said, all of these streets that are colored in are blocked off to vehicular traffic. But it's still good to have the map, because then you can kind of get an idea. So, and then more artists by media. Then there's new art mentoring, new artist college mentoring program. Potter's Guild, which is a local group. The the Fiber Arts Guild, and the Emerging Artists. Then we have all the artists done by alphabetical order. So again, pretty big still, because obviously all those ones that are by medium are going to be listed here as well, just by their names. Of course, advertising. A lot of the advertising, it will be for the artists themselves as well as the local businesses. So that's kind of nice. It also gives you an idea if you don't want to eat fair food of the restaurants that are local that you might want to eat at. Because they get busy too, but they do appreciate the business, I promise. Or at least the owners do. Sometimes the employees might get a little overwhelmed at times, but part of the reason I like doing the local is I tend to like the local restaurants in general, even though I used to work at one that was not local in downtown. And when you go to an event like this, make sure you stay hydrated, because I swear every year when I still worked at the commercial business, the big business downtown, somebody would inevitably always pass out from dehydration or exhaustion during art fair there. But that is just a video of the official guide for it, and hopefully it gives you an idea of what I went through during that weekend at work and just living. Like I said, I had other things going on too that weekend, but art fair was the dominant thing. But I hope you guys enjoyed this part of the video as well. Keep watching if you want to do some people watching and see the videos I took of walking around the art fair. I tried to get a little bit of the booths, but I didn't want to do too much of that because I don't want to steal their intellectual property by accident. I don't want to take away their art. A lot of the booths are anti-photographing because that is their hard work. They put a lot into that work, and by taking a picture of it to have it, that's taking away from its value in a way. And I get it. But I hope you all have a great day. Be kind to each other, and I promise I will get more videos up soon and get back to my regular schedule. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.
you.